Hi, I'm Lisa. Welcome to my channel. This is my random recipes. You want some breakfast? Today's recipe is favorite crispy waffles. I think that my mom gave me this recipe, but I'm not really 100% sure. This recipe is not from a mix, it is from scratch. It's a little bit of work, but you know, if it turns out a good waffle, then maybe a little extra effort would be worth it. This is a Belgian style waffle, so it does require a Belgian waffle iron, which I just happen to have. So I will be using that today. This recipe also requires the use of electricity, so I will be moving over to my counter, so I have access to my power source. I'm gonna pause the camera. We'll move over to the counter, and then we'll get started. Okay, so I'm over here at the counter, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to follow my recipe. I want to make sure I don't mess up. So we need to beat 3 whole eggs until they're thick. So I have my eggs. I'll turn this down so you can see what I've got. So I'm supposed to beat the whole eggs until thick. There you go, that's not too bad. Sorry, I'm gonna be making some noise. It's nice and frothy. Okay, so now we're going to add milk, which is 1 1/4 cups. And then we have 1/2 cup of melted butter, which is 1 stick of butter. And then we have a teaspoon of vanilla. And I'm supposed to beat that for 2 minutes more. I'm supposed to sift my dry ingredients, which are 2 cups of flour. This is 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of sugar, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We're gonna sift those together. I have sifted my dry ingredients. Now I'm supposed to add them to my egg mixture. Beat well for 2 more minutes. Okay, so we'll start another timer. Okay, there's my timer. To use a little butter to butter the waffle iron. I'll do top and bottom. Okay, and I did my measurements this week, and it takes about 1 cup of batter for my waffle iron. A very smooth batter, very thick. I don't know, maybe I should thin it down a little more. Maybe if you can hear noise in the background, that's cookie playing over there. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and close it down. It says to cook it for about 5 minutes or until the steam stops. I'm gonna pause this because it's gonna take about 5 minutes and I'll be back. You can see the steam is just about done. The light has gone off, and we're gonna take a peek. The coloring's not as even as I would like, but it looks pretty darn nice. It's coming off in pieces here. Okay, well I have somewhere between 5 to 7 more waffles to make. I'll go ahead and do those, and then I'll come back when I'm done. Okay, so I'm back. I'm over at the table again so I can show you the big reveal. So I'll turn the camera down so you can see what I've got. All right, so ta-da! Okay, so I actually ended up getting 4 waffles out of the recipe. It said 6 to 8, but I think that depends on how thick your batter is, how big your waffle iron is. And in some circles, no pun intended, this is a waffle. Some places consider this as a waffle. I'm gonna pick the top one that has a nice color to it. I'll set these aside. And we get to put this together. Since this is the Belgian waffle, we're gonna use strawberries. Make it pretty. I got the kind that have this, they have sugar already added so that they're sweet and pre-cut and all that to make it look nice. All right, that looks good. And of course, for Belgian waffle, you gotta have whipped cream. And this recipe says to also sprinkle it with powdered sugar. Now to me, I think I would go in either all of this or the powdered sugar, but I will do what it says. So we're gilding the lily a bit, and we're gonna do powdered sugar. So I'm gonna cut into this, and we'll give this a taste. Turn up the camera so you can watch my reaction. Okay. Well, this is just powdered sugar in this bite right here. There's no strawberries, there's no whipped cream. It's good. Let's try it with the berries. I like it with berries. Without the berries, it's a little bit bland. Let's try it one bite with the berry and the strawberry and the whipped cream. Okay, so whipped cream and strawberry. Whoops, I'm flopping over there. Oh, it's good. I like it that way. I'll freeze these. I freeze them in quarters, like so, and then they fit in my toaster, and I can basically have toaster waffles. So I've got a dozen toaster waffles to have over the next few weeks. They'll be nice for breakfast. I do have a little confession to make. I did practice waffles this week. It wasn't so much that I was worried about making the recipe itself. It was just that I was trying to keep from super overfilling my waffle iron. So I was practicing on how much batter needed to actually go into the waffle iron. Just me, if batter oozes out onto the counter, I just really don't care because it's just me. This recipe doesn't really take any shortcuts. I know some people who separate their eggs and whip the two parts separately and then recombine them. This recipe does not do that. That will make for an even fluffier waffle. I know people who do that for pancakes. I know people who do that for their eggs. Next time I will be doing another family muffin recipe, so please come back for that. I want to say hello to my new subscribers. Thank you for joining me. I'm really glad to have you. And then also I want to say thank you to those of you who have been watching my videos week after week. I really do appreciate you. And a special thank you to the people who have been evaluating my recipes for me. By doing that, you keep me improving, and I appreciate that. So thank you very much. I will include the ingredients and the preparation for this recipe in the description below. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to reach out to me in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. Thank you for joining me on my journey. I look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye.